Spider-Man 2 was just teased, and holy crap does it look sick. Even if this teaser is very short, it contains a lot of clues to what to expect in the game. So first of all, can we just agree what a fantastic job Insomniac has done with the graphics, because this looks so realistic. This is why we want more next-gen exclusives. So then we get our first scene, voiceovered by Kraven the Hunter. Now for those of you who don't already know, Kraven is a hunter who is a Spider-Man villain, who is famously known for his game show, The Hunt. We've seen this a few times in a few animated shows, but now we get to see it as the closest thing to a live-action film, even better as a game. And in the first scene, we see a shop, and on the sign in front of the shop, we see the words, "No animals," which is ironic because in the next scene we see a spider. We also see the light indicating go, and as soon as it gets zapped by electricity, it turns to stop. And the number above the door is 1048, which is the name of the Earth in the Spider-Man's universe. Kraven itself is a huge addition to the game, but then we get a few scenes of Peter and Miles fighting, and we see Peter has new mechanical arms added to his advanced suit. This makes sense as Miles is now very powerful, and Peter has been pushed aside, so Peter needed another boost in abilities to help him reach the same level as Miles again, and I've got to admit, the red suit with the arms looks sick. Then Miles is seen to be using his venom, but while he was attacking this guy, it was orange, but then when he moved to the next guy, it was blue. This is confusing as Into the Spider-Verse's Miles has blue venom. So what could this possibly mean? Well, what I think is happening is that Miles has learned to control the voltage of the electricity, and the higher or lower voltage he used here made the electricity look blue. We also see in the scene that Miles uses two hands to throw this person, while Peter only uses one. This goes to show that Miles isn't as strong or as capable as Peter, and always has to use both hands to be sure of himself. After a few more scenes of Miles and Peter fighting, we get the next big thing in this game, which is Venom. So both Kraven and Venom are in this game. Insomniac, come on, what else do we expect? Green Goblin? Let's just hope that we get to see Peter and or Miles in a symbiote suit. Let's also take a moment to look at the release date. This is set to release in 2023, which is still 2 years away. So what does this tell us? Given the fact that Spider-Man Miles Morales only took less than 2 years to be developed, and this gap is at least 3 or maybe even 5 years, it means the game needs more time to make, which means this is going to be a fairly long story with maybe new areas to the map. The main thing that took so long for development in the first game was the city, and the reason Miles Morales didn't take that long for development is because it's the same map but with a snowy skin on top. So this might mean we may get a bigger city containing more areas of New York.